Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today for a video where I share my journal and memory keeper for 2022. Last year I was in a Hobonichi Cousin, and while that is a great planner, it was too much space for me, and my favorite journal of all time was my very first Hobonichi, which was an English A6 Techo, and that is what I went back to this year. So I have shown this gorgeous cover on Instagram, but this is from Sojourner. It is in the Enoch leather, and I requested large texture in the notes. It's never guaranteed, but I was lucky enough that they did have this piece. It has this smooth spot at the bottom. I hope you can see the pebbling. It feels so squishy and smells so good. It has the Spec Brown pocket. It's the Trifolio, and I did have a little bit of extra width added because I know this will continue to chunk up. And I also wanted to keep the weekly supplement in here. I think I'll do a separate video on this one, but I am using this for, honestly, it's kind of like a mini cousin. It has these vertical columns, and I'm just doing some stickering and kind of a weekly highlight overview. This is purely for fun. I'm in and out of it as much as I want. I haven't even touched March yet, but it is a lot of fun to play with when I do get to it. This is the main event for today. So I don't know how well it picks up. Oh, there it is. But I do have this vinyl from Planner Monkey Co. on the front, and I just love the black on black. It's very, very subtle, but I really enjoy that. This is a sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. that I had been hoarding for ages because it is just so beautiful with the foiling. But I thought having her here at her desk was perfect for this setup. And I stamped my word for the year, which is capable. I don't do anything with these pages. I still have not figured out a way to use this spread in a way that makes sense for me. Basically, my approach to this journal and memory keeper is I want it to be a place that I enjoy looking through. I want to keep fun things, things that catch my eye, things I'd like to remember. I'll use the words journal and memory keeper interchangeably, but this for me is not stream of conscious journaling. I will link my very first, well, I don't know if it was my first, but I do have a journal chat and flip through video from 2019 with my favorite journal, where I talk a lot more about my approach to journaling, and that hasn't changed. If I feel the need to vent or like brain dump or emotion dump, I have morning pages, a notebook for that, and I can just do it in there. In here, it is a lot more intentional. It's fun, you'll see. It's just kind of whatever I'm feeling. Some days it's just writing, some days it's hand lettering, some days I've just tipped something in. So I haven't been able to think of something I want to put in here that I will enjoy looking back on or that makes sense to me. So for example, I thought about writing maybe one small thing I'm grateful for each day. The other thing though is that I'm not in here every single day. So I will usually journal memory keep a chunk at a time. So usually a few days, a week, it depends on how long it's been since I've been in here and how much time I have to spread out. So I'm not going to be in here every day to write something down. That's why I didn't do gratitude in here. So anyways, if anyone has any suggestions, otherwise I'm honestly totally fine with keeping it blank. What I was thinking is I might print out a couple of pictures, like the small ones, to go in here or write a quote for each month. Actually, now that I'm saying that, I think that's probably what I'll do. But if you do have any other suggestions, I am happy to hear them. So then we go through and we come to the monthlies. I love these spreads. I have gone back to doing a sticker a day. Again, it's just for whatever my memories are. Good, mediocre, not great. Sometimes, like, even if it's all I've done is clean or that's all I really remember from the day, I'll put it in here. It's not like it's a fun memory, but it's a memory. And it's also a chance to use my stickers. I won't be able to link everything you see in this video because you'll see I've used a lot, but if you do have any questions, you can feel free to ask in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But this is my all-time favorite script. These are from Planner Monkey Co. A mix, I'll use a lot of Planner Monkey Co., the Coffee Monsters Co., Once More with Love, Paper Bits Co. There's some Happy Daya. What's this one? This is Create with Pen. So we've got January, February, and March. Occasionally I'll do a little doodle myself if I don't have the appropriate sticker. I just went ahead and put all the stickers in. And then we come to the first spread for the year. So I did go ahead and stamp my word of the year and my goals. These are the goals that I come up with going through my Power Sheets prep. So I always really enjoy having these basically everywhere. I have them in my journal and my planner. And this is a piece of Happy Mail that Simone sent me. I will link her channel down below. And this is by Brandy Kincaid, and it's an invitation into the new year, and it's just beautiful. So I thought this was the perfect spot. I had actually left this blank because I couldn't figure out what I wanted here. And then I received Simone's Happy Mail, and it was perfect. And then we move into the monthlies. So I've decided this year, for now, I'm going to stamp some quotes on the first pages. I just love using my stamps. These are from Amazon, and it's whatever quote is speaking to me at that time. Add some stickers. This is from Audrey Okaya, some washi stickers I had, and then we just go into the dailies. I guess I'll chat a bit as I go through them. I'll do a quick silent flip through at the end. I'll leave a timestamp for that in case you don't want to hear me chatter on this whole time. Just coming into 2022. Using some washi. This is from my first order from London Gifties. I love this. You can cut them out, and I just love the watercolor background with the foil. Moving into virtual learning for the first couple weeks of January. Still working on my Marvel rewatch. We've kind of entered the new show area, so it's gotten a little bit slower, but hopefully we'll keep going with that. Some Ali Brown stamps. Unfortunately, her shop is not currently open. See, new kettle. It's just a doodle I've colored in with my Tombows here. A quote. This is from Note and Wish. I love this Kintsugi tea washi tape. Watching Cobra Kai. Oh, I'd gotten some really nice emails from my students and their family, well, from their families, and it was so nice. I wanted to keep them in here. For the hand lettering, it's mostly Sailor Shikiori brush pens, or sometimes it's the Tombow dual brush pens, but those are a lot bigger. So I think this is the Tombow dual brush pen. I also use the Tombow Fudenosuke. I prefer the hard tip. A couple of screenshots that I had in my phone and wanted to keep, just printed them out on printer paper and glued them in. This was some Happy Mail from Maria at A Papery Life, so I loved putting that in here. Some of my new black milk washi tape. I had some poor spatial sense here, so I just tipped this in to include the ones that didn't fit. Working on report cards. Yep, so tedious, but so satisfying to get those finished. This was my last day in my contract, so just a couple tip-ins. I had a card from one of my students, and then I took pictures of kind of the big cards and pictures that they made me because they were like giant construction paper pieces. So this is a great way to keep them in my journal. Some swatches of Happy Mail from Audrey Okaya. I really love her style. We're coming into February. These are stamps that are also from Ali Brown. Dakshina was kind enough to send me some washi samples from her collection. So this is a beautiful one from London Gifties via Dakshina. Year of the Water Tiger, Year of the Tiger, my February washi palette. Quote. My stationery stockpile challenge. Oh, I guess January's isn't in here. Maybe I didn't even do one for January. Yeah, I probably didn't. Now that I'm saying that, I was really busy finishing up my contract and the report cards. So here's February's, and I actually really like this. Pink is not one of my go-to colors, but this just feels soft and happy. I filmed for the first time since November. Yeah, the contract, I was just busy. This here is a Tombow. It's kind of hard to see, but I can read it well enough. Put in a little thumbnail of the video. Some more London Gifties washi. We watched the Super Bowl and did some prop bets, so I just included that in here. I did not do very good, but it was still a lot of fun. I placed an order for a custom backpack out of cork. It's like a convertible backpack. Someone asked for a what's in your bag video, so maybe I will get to that at some point in the next couple of months. No promises, guys. I'm so slow lately. When I ordered my Pilot Kakuno in the extra fine, I actually really like the barrel. I prefer it to the Metropolitan just because the Metropolitan feels slippery to me. But extra fines in general, I think are just too scratchy for me. I love the look of the fine line, but I think because of my grip and how hard I write, extra fines feel extra scratchy for me. And I've actually torn through the pages at some point if there's like a sticker behind, so I need to be mindful. But it is a really fun pen, and I'm glad I got to try the Pilot Extra Fine. Oh, Encanto. I loved the movie. I love the movie. Love the soundtrack. And it was fun to do a spread in here. My brother did some baking, and I did a tiny bit of helping out. It was family day in Canada here, so I just included one of my favorite family photos from recently. Some writing. I received some happy mail from Lemony at Rabbit Hole Handcraft. I do really love her character and style as well. We watched Raya and the Last Dragon, and I did a little doodle. I looked online and just did my best to recreate it. I actually love how this turned out, and being people is hard, so it was an apt quote. That's the surprise happy mail from Simone, so she included a note, some of her original art, which I was really happy to put in here. And then we come to March. I love this page. This one isn't even a quote. It's just a simple but impactful for me word. Another screenshot I wanted, just some notes. So I like to include stickers, washi tape. These are not typically my colors, but man, isn't this a happy and just sweet spread. This is another London Gifties washi, the Coffee Monsters Co., some stickers from, well, a variety of places, Create with Pen. This is from a Shine Sticker Studio Michael's book, it was the Stay Home Michael's book. How your life feels is more important than how it looks. My March palette, this has been my favorite palette so far. I just love the warm tones and the greens. Finished watching Superstore and really enjoyed that. I just drew in a book cover, and we went for a walk by the lake, and I didn't take my phone. I felt like so proud of myself. I'm going to leave my phone behind and really just be present. And I did, and it was great, but I really wanted to take a picture just so I could have it in my journal. But I ended up doing my best to do a little sketch just so I had that visual memory, and it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it. I look at it and know exactly what it is, which is what I wanted. And I actually write in here that this is the most mindful I had been in years. We probably spent half an hour plus sitting by a pond on a cold day, but it wasn't windy, so it was nice in the sun, and I could only have done that without my phone. So it all worked out. I used a journaling kit here from Planner Monkey Co., my first time in here, and really loved it, especially the transparent stickers. So I just wrote down some books I had picked up, made a family dinner here, some more notes. I had done another Enneagram test where I thought I was a 9. I think I lean more towards a 1 actually, so I will continue to explore that. But Sam from, I can't remember if she's Sam Plans Now or Sam Kelly, she and I had chatted about this, and I always love taking these types of tests. I find them really interesting and they can be really insightful. What do we have here? Some new washi from Planner Monkey Co. Oh, I could tell, shopping, salad, yeah. I got a salad from Freshie and TV. Went to Toronto this day. I had a spontaneous visit to Paper Plus Cloth, which was amazing. Oh, Simone sent this as well, which I felt like was really good for living in the Toronto area. Watched some Shrek. Little line doodles. These were actually a lot of fun and really simple. Here is my stationery stockpile challenge for March. So it was hobbies. So I had a lot of fun with this one. I do have a video for this, and Dakshana and I have a whole playlist, so I will link both of those as well. Just stenciled in this quote. This is a beautiful one, I think. "We're all so desperate to be understood, we forget to be understanding," by Bo Taplin. Watched Monsters Inc. and Monsters University, actually, so that was a lot of fun. And then we come to the end of March. So I did a little doodle of my current covers. So this is the Enoch that you see right now. And this is my Galen B6 zip where I have my Wonderland 222. So I have loved this. I have not kept up with it daily. Like I said, I just sit down with it. A lot of times it's when we have sports on. So it's been hockey, but now that baseball has started, I know I will have a lot of time to sit with my planners. I'm planning on catching up in this one next. And in the back here, I think I just tested a couple of, I was just playing around with some of my brush pens because I'm trying to use them more. I also have these fine liners that come in beautiful colors. These are the Monami, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, the Plus Pens 3000. So I really like the colors. The only thing about these pens that I find is occasionally it'll just kind of squirt out a bunch of liquid in the middle of writing, but it doesn't happen all the time. And when it does happen, it doesn't really bother me. I don't know if you can kind of tell here in this dark green, but out of all of these, that's the only time it happened. So I don't know. I still use them when I want a specific color. And I think in the, where's that 100 section? That's where I've started just swatching my Tombows. So just 1 and then 2, or is it 3? I don't even remember. I need to jot these things for myself. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I found a lot of inspiration lately from Yenna at Moonlit Planning, so I will definitely link her channel as well. Okay, I'm just going to go through and stop talking and flip through this so that you can see it all at once. And that is the first quarter in my Hobonichi A6. I do hope to film a flip through monthly going forward, so fingers crossed that works out. One more thing I wanted to mention just about the Enoch leather is that it does have, well, I don't actually know this for sure, but I'm going to assume it has a higher oil content because I don't know if it picks up. I'm trying to see. Yes. So you can see where the cover has gone in and there's been a little bit of oil transfer. If someone knows the correct terms, feel free to include them in the comments. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect it at all, but you can see it. Same with on this one here. So I don't notice it really on the front. Well, maybe if I look really closely. Either way, for me, that's not something that bothers me, and the way that this leather feels and smells is just my favorite. So any sort of kind of waxy or oily transfer is just part of the Enoch experience. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.